I want to talk about political comedy in South Africa. What do you do a lot of political commentary through comedy here, but what do you think of the landscape? I mean, when we look at the States, they have Jon Stewart, Bill Maher. It's really kind of embedded in their culture. What do you think of it here? Are we going that same way?
I think that we are beginning to establish that kind of thing, which is pretty cool. For example, late night live, late night news with Loyiso. I think it's not an easy thing to do in terms of production and television and having writers and the budgets to do that kind of thing well. But I think that's pretty cool. I think we're starting to do that. I think the landscape is good. Particularly the landscape in Nkandla. You know, they spent a lot of money on the landscape architect who designed the cattle kraal. That actually is, if you look from above, do you know that you can Google, you can find Nkandla on Google Maps?
Can you?
Yes, even though it's a national key point. It's a national key point. Yes. Pelindaba, our nuclear research program that has enough uranium there to build 20 atom bombs. That is not a national key point, but Nkandla is. But because Google doesn't apply, earthly laws don't apply to Google. So from space you can see Nkandla. And then there's this one area of the landscape that's interesting because it's quite a vast area behind the homestead. There are these three gigantic circles which look like alien crop circles, but they actually belong to Kulubuse Zuma. The one is a gigantic dam, that's where he bathes himself, and then that's his whiskey tank, and this is the food one. And you can see it's like a well-worn path to the food one. It's like an elephant, you know those elephant tracks? Yes. And that's where Kulubuse walks down and then he eats. And then he bathes, and this is the Johnny Blue tank here. Oh, Kulubuse. Now, you actually reminded me, bringing up Nkandla, Tanya Vita's doing her Commit Your Selfie campaign, asking people to share what they want South Africa to spend money on. What do you want South Africa to spend money on? I think we should definitely spend the money on dance lessons for Helen Zille. I think it's really getting to an embarrassing level. What kind of dance? I don't know what's going to happen in the next election. Are we talking classical dance? I don't know what. I don't know. We just need to work that out. And then I think we also need to give money to the president just to help him. You know, how many more years does he have of his second term? Is it 2 or 3? I think 2. 2 years. And I think people are just being unfair, really just being unfair, saying he must leave. It's the State of the Nation address in a couple of days' time. The presidency tweeted, they said, "What? Do you have any suggestions? What should he say?" And people are like, he must say, "I resign." He must say, "Futak, we're going," whatever. That's unfair. He's had one term, and he had just enough time to build a house. And I think the second term, he can build a nation. And we just have to give him the space to do that. Now, what the EFF is playing at the Baxter Theatre from February 23rd to March 14th. How can people get tickets? CompuTicket. CompuTicket. Full stop. Yeah. Go to CompuTicket. Go to CompuTicket. They have a website on the interwebs. And you can get them there. www.computicket.com. And tell me what your Twitter handle and Facebook are. My Twitter handle is @Nik Rabinowitz, which I probably have to spell that as well. And people, Mr. Rabino, what? Mr. Rainbowitz. Somebody phoned me up the other day. Rainbowitz. Mr. Rainbowitz. This is Sipho Kazi calling from Elephant Funeral Plans. Would you like the 33-day plan or the 99-day plan? Mr. Rainbow. I don't plan on dying anytime soon. That's my plan. No, but you never know. You could be struck by lightning. You could be, you could just be in the middle of what. And then? And then you just get a heart attack because you are going for it, and you are just like, wow. That sounds like the best phone call ever. Cut that. That was terrible. I don't know why I thought of that. So yeah, so you can book on CompuTicket, or you can actually drive your car to the Baxter Theatre, and you can go into you can physically do this. People don't do this much anymore. But you can actually go into the theatre and up to the box office and say, "I'd like tickets," and pay with real money. And they will give you those hard copies, physical copies of those tickets.
real committed
old
fans
school.
to do that.
It's Throwback Thursday. It's Wednesday today, but do it tomorrow.
Throwback Thursday. Go to the box office at the Baxter.
Go to the box office. Stap na die doos kantoor. En daar gaan jy die kaartjies kry.